A new day on the Pratt and Whitney 12 by 30 Model B. I want to show you a couple things before I get started. I have this plexiglass. It's more than a 16th, less than an eighth. It's I think it's 11 inches, I think. Yeah, a lot of dog activity out here today. Okay, 18 3/8 and 9 3/4. If anybody wants some of this, I literally have hundreds of these. I would say at least 200. I'll be glad to pass them your way. I'll flip the postage if it's not too much. You can talk about that if you decide you want some. I got a piece of it up on the machine, held up there with magnets. I got a piece of material turned down to a 1/2 inch. I've been using some of my inserts from the mini lathe and getting some better finishes and just trying some different things. Just turning metal to be turning metal and taking notes on the way, along the way. So let's first let me show you my shield. So, I guess you can see it, yeah. I guess it's kind of hard to see, and there you go. And I just got it down there with a couple magnets. And, it keeps me a little cleaner. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking 1/2 inch 13. Last one I was doing was what? 10. So I'm gonna just so that's gonna be 4-to-1 or 1-to-4 or even. I'm going to do a scratch pass. I'm going to start it on 1. Now about my clutch, and let's get everybody straight on what I think the clutch is. Clutch is this arm out here, and when fully extended that way, it stops the spindle. Bring it in, we're going full speed. Okay. Now, it seems like if there's enough load on the spindle, in other words, I got it geared kind of low, I can activate that, and it will hold the chuck motionless. But if I'm in the higher gears and I don't know what it is. Sometimes it'll hold it, sometimes it won't. I think the range of gearing has to do with it. So I'm set up here. Have I already dialed in a scratch pass? I've already dialed in the scratch pass. So let me start the converter. Good there, we're on screw. We are set for 13. And we are going to do 490 RPMs. So that's going to be A, we're already there. And here goes the clutch. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get with that lumpy ass surface. You try moving it, doing it again. Tell you what, let's take it down here, put it on this smooth surface. Duh. Did anybody say duh? What I'm talking about is I got this surface here. Why not use it? Okay, so we gotta loosen that. I'm gonna loosen everything a little bit. Okay, we're starting all over on a smooth surface. So there's 4, and there's a negative 12. So let's share some of that with the positive. So there's 8 that way, and 7 or so that way. So let's loosen this up a tad. We're going to tighten this up. Okay, that's within 1,000th. So. Okay, that's within 1,000th. I'm not going to make you watch that whole thing. Okay, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing now. I'm going to pull this thing out of here. And let's get you up here. We're just going to clean the surface off, what we're going to do. And I'm going to pull this insert, pull this tool out. Let me bring you back. My tool. Okay, I had to take care of some dog noise. So the clutch is actually holding this now.
there's the clutch. I'm not holding it. So, it's 200 thou. Let's do another 100 thou. Here's 100 thou, gonna run into 200 thou.
Okay, this is going to be 300,000. Okay. One thing that happened there is the finish improved. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me turn the power back on. But everything I turn, I got just these little lines. I don't think you can really feel them, and I'm not going to try to because that thing is hot. Cool it down a little bit. But I'm going to call them little striations. Let's see if I have any nails left. And yeah, you can feel them with your nail, but they are lacking here, and I guess what I'm going to take away from this, I'll have to process this a little longer, but that was a 300 thousandths cut with the inserts I'm using on the mini lathe, and I don't know why I thought the tooling was going to change that much, but any of the cutters I have for the mini lathe are going to work here just fine. So as far as that finish change, I'm going to rely on you. See if we can bring it to you or not. So that's kind of doing the increments of a 50 thousandths and 100 thousandths, and that's kind of how I got comfortable, on the mini lathe when I first started. When I first started on the mini lathe, man, if I put in 10 thousandths, I was standing off to the side and had my bunny finger on the stop button, and I'll have to admit, when I approached 300 thousandths, I was standing to the side, and I did have my hand on the clutch arm, but it handled that 300 thousandths beautifully, and the finish improved, and well, I got that ribbon, and someone mentioned something about that ribbon. My feed is too fast if I'm getting the ribbon, I think. Yeah, well, I'll have to re-listen to that. God, I love this machine. It is so frickin' awesome looking. The headstock is like a jet engine or something. and it's got its little quirks, and you know, as soon as I learn how to deal with them, and you know, what I'm going to learn is to come out here and keep, you know, just turning, just keep playing, and things will come together. Dozier mentioned something about the two holes that I only partially cleaned out, and they were the oil channel to the cross slide for the taper. Now, what he's saying, see, I'm thinking that that hole just went down and stopped at the bottom slide of that taper attachments. So you got your compound and its slide, you got your cross slide and its slide, then you got the taper. It has a dovetail and gibs and a slide. So I'm thinking that where were those holes at? I kind of partially cleaned them out, and he thinks I should go back and clean them out all the way, because apparently oil should be pumping up out of that hole and up through the system. So that'll be the next thing I do, is take all that apart again and clean those holes out. And I've discovered a really good way to clear that schmut is with a drill bit and a pen vise, and just use the flutes. Let the flutes of the drill bit carry that shit out. Now that'd be exciting if you know, if that were the, and I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. He's got a similar machine, so you know, I'm definitely going to take his advice, and probably when I turn it, while this video's being uploaded, I'll be taking this thing apart and doing a better job of clearing out those two passages. So thank you for that. It's not always easy to take advice, especially when you think, you know, it's wrong. And that's not the case here, but it is the case sometimes with YouTube comments. God, it's an awesome machine. It's a damn shame someone painted it blue.